Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Luckies. Shout out to the bartender. Thank you all for being here. This is pretty exciting. This is like my very first set here in Sioux Falls. My name's Tymes. I'm a giant fan of my name. I know that's conceited, but the reason why is because I was almost a junior. My first name would have been Darwin. Can you imagine that? It's like 2023 now. Hi, my name's Darwin. It wouldn't work out at all. I'm happy my mom changed it because our last name would have been Epstein. Rough couple years there. But I'm Native American. I'm from the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. It's where I grew up. I'm Oglala Lakota. That's my tribe. Very proud to be it. Very proud to be here and represent. Going through some things though. Last year in August, I turned 30 years old. I'm 30. I am not flirty. And I am not thriving. I am not feeling fly like a G6. Party rock is not in the house tonight. But I try to live my life the same way the great black Jewish philosopher King Aubrey Graham said. You only live once. I'm going to chase my dream this year. I always wanted to be a pro wrestler. I met my trainer. I'm going to train to be a pro wrestler later this year. And I've been a lifelong fan. Like, it wasn't until like recently that I was able to like afford to go to trips. Like, I went to WrestleMania in Tampa, to Vegas, Lincoln, Nebraska. And when I saw like the superstars and the pyro and the stages, I just thought one thing in my mind: I am 1,000% going to take steroids. My girlfriend's very supportive. She's very supportive of my comedy. We got 2 dogs together. And she tried to give me the warnings of the side effects of steroids. She's like, what about like the bad things that come with it? Like, you're going to get acne. And I told her, I already have acne on my face. Doesn't matter if it's on my back. And she's like, what about the roid rage? You're going to be angry all the time. And I'm like, I already have irrational mood swings. And then she said, what about it's going to shrink like your penis? And I was like, it's already, it's average. It's above average. Penis sizes. If you want to tell a girl your penis size, just tell her it's the size of an iPhone. Just don't tell her which iPhone. Is it a Pro Max or an iPhone 3? But I love the fact that I'm here right now and that I am from Pine Ridge. Getting older, I'm starting to realize that shit that was cool back on the res back in the day isn't as cool anymore. We had Bill Clinton come to our res once and campaign for Hillary. He's kind of linked to that Epstein dude, so that's not that cool. We had Hulk Hogan come to our reservation for a basketball tournament. And like, that was cool, but he got caught on a sex tape banging his best friend's wife. And in that sex tape, he dropped the N-word, the hard ER N-word. He was never my favorite wrestler, by the way, too. My favorite wrestler is John Cena. I like named my dog after him. He's a hero of mine. And also John Cena, like, you don't know if he's racist. You don't even know his skin color because you can't see him. Hulk Hogan, we should have seen it coming because like he was most famous back in the 80s for saying, what you gonna do, brother? He really meant brothers. You could be racist, you just gotta be subtle about it. Like, I prefer the first, Jake from State Farm. The cartoon Little Mermaid was more traditional, you know? That movie isn't out yet, so I can realize why that go. But no, I love my girlfriend, Sam. She's right here taking a picture of me. She's awesome. It was my very first time being exposed to like an astrology girl. I remember when I met her, she told me she was a Scorpio, and I told her I love Mortal Kombat. Come to my place, we could chill like Sub-Zero. Hit me up, baby. I thought it bombed because she didn't respond at all after that. But she hit me up later that night saying, get over here. And then I finished her. I have had a lot of jobs in the past year. I had a job for a really long time. For about 6.5 years, I was a city letter carrier for the United States Postal Service. I don't like bringing it up in my stand-up because I'm nervous about the delivery. One of the jobs I got when I first moved back to South Dakota, I worked in a restaurant in Rapid City called the Millstone. And my job title was Porcelain and Stainless Steel Management, which is my way of editing the resume to say that I was a dishwasher. I was CEO, by the way. And it wasn't until April of last year where I got exposed to casino life and became a blackjack dealer. My mom was one, so I really wanted this. And I'd say I'm passable at it right now. But I love being a blackjack dealer. The first casino I was at is in Flandreau, and I got in so much trouble there. From the jump, like when I met my supervisor, I told her, cards aren't the only thing I deal. You guys think that was funny, she didn't. At all. But in these various amounts of jobs I have a knack for finding out who the cool coworkers are. And the easy way to do it is you ask them if they smoke, and they say, smoke what? They're dope as fuck. That same supervisor caught me, and she was like, Dylan, what did you mean by smoke what? And so I panicked, and I said, I smoke meth. I went from one casino to another one. It's just outside of town. I graduated from blackjack dealer to a craps dealer. So now I deal with rich people's crap. It's hilarious too, because like going from like a reservation casino to like a bigger one, I get to like rub it in and be like, hey, I work with real Indians now. No, seriously, they're from Mumbai. They're cool as fuck. But no, I love being Native American. I love where I'm from. I got to represent home. It's like what my grandparents believed in, so I try to take on their honor. Like there's some stuff that happened recently that there are issues that I care about as a Native, and then there are issues that don't really bother me. There was one that happened in 2020. We had the Washington Redskins change their name. They're the Commanders now. And that name never really bothered me, because I could think of a way more offensive team name. I think the New York Jets is way more offensive, given what happened 22 years ago in New York with a jet. There's just levels to this that I feel like we should care about. One's more insensitive than the other, in my opinion. And it wasn't until I met my girlfriend that I got exposed to the first canceled Native American mascot. The University of Illinois in Champaign, they have the Fighting Illini. And this started all the way back in 1926, where an Italian man portrayed the chief. And my tribe provided the regalia for said chief. It was just this white dude dancing at football games and basketball games. It came to an end in 2006, but there was like various amounts of people that portrayed the chief. Like we had like Irish, Italian, Scottish. The Irish one stood out to me more because I was like, we have red skin, not red hair. Except for 1943, during World War II, where we had an Italian woman named Adele Stith portray Princess Illini Weck. And I could be honest with you guys, at that point, that's where I got furious. I was like, I could excuse cultural appropriation, but I draw the line at a woman taking a man's role. You learn to laugh at yourself. It's honestly like comedy is my therapy. It just has me introspective. All the stuff that I've like been through and happened to me. Like my girlfriend, we did this cool thing at Crazy Horse Memorial. It's called the Volksmarch. It's like a little 2-mile hike all the way up to the top, and you get to touch his face, take pictures and all that. It inspired me because I turned 30 years old. I'm really trying to get in touch with my Native American culture. Crazy Horse is from the same tribe as me. He has a victory over the U.S. government in Crow Agency, Montana, the Battle of Little Bighorn. That's one win for the indigenous. It inspired me so much. Later on this year, I'm finally going to get an Indian name, and I'm going to share it with you guys here tonight. My Indian name is going to be Borderline Personality Disorder. Horse. Thank you guys so much. My name is Dylan.